is what you are doing right now. So, applaud yourselves for making the time. Make sure you book this in your calendar. Again, 1 p.m. in Toronto time, every Thursday, and certainly share the word, spread the word. For some of you online, and you may or may not know who I am, but my name is Alex Ihama. I run different organizations. The one I'm popularly known for is the School of Greatness. A lot of people know me for the School of Greatness. The School of Greatness is simply another platform that we have that is focused. It's another platform that we have that is focused on developing people skills, developing mindset. We have business programs there as well. We certify people to be coaches and speakers and all those fine things. We have programs that enable businesses to grow exponentially, call it Thrive, Ignite, and all that. So under our organization, there are three main ones. School of Greatness is one. Strategy Management Office is another one, where we mostly do strategy for organizations. So we do strategy for organizations under Strategy Management Office. The third one is where you are right now, which is Corporate University. Corporate University, the focus is to build you on two main levels, which is leadership and business. Under business, we have sales and marketing and customer service, strategic management, and all that. But basically, leadership and business. Why you can register as a student in the School of Greatness. If you want your business to grow, your organization to grow, your church to grow, then we invite you to register under under Corporate University. So, with that said, we have a guest speaker today. Before I bring her on, just an amazing, fine lady that I've connected with that I know will be a blessing to you all. I want to appreciate those joining from Jamaica, from Nigeria, from UK. I see people, somebody from Germany or so joining. Last time we had people from India. I don't know if they're on the line, but really this is a global platform. Let me quickly leave you with a couple of things to be thinking about. And it's a university, so make sure your pen and your paper are handy already. What coronavirus has done, it basically has pressed what I call a reset button. So coronavirus press a reset button. You want to write reset in capital letter. Reset means you need to reset your mind. You need to reset your business. You need to reset your family. You need to reset literally, you need to reset your life. That's what Corona has done. And there's nothing bad in that per se. Certainly, of course, it's unfortunate we are losing people. Governments have spent over almost $20 trillion. US alone, I think, going to 7. Canada, like literally, this virus is literally emptying accounts of nations, literally wiping out economies. Not just taking lives, wiping out economies. But my hope, and this we are seeing not just a hope, we are seeing results, is that this effort we are making, we have about 30-something speakers that we are lining up to be doing this once a week. This effort we are making is going to help you and your family. And in addition to that, it's going to help you with your business. So one of the things you need to do is reset your goals. A lot of people, I find I read your comments, you are still trying to, your goals, I'm not saying nothing's bad with the goals you set in January, but you go and reset them, go and look at them, reevaluate them. That's another thing you want to do, reevaluate them, reevaluate your goals, reevaluate your plan, revamp your business, right? You cannot operate business the way you did it 2 months ago. It was interesting to see how many churches were not already online before Corona. Now everybody is doing face life, which is good. So you want to revamp your business. Of course, you want to renew your mind daily. To do that quickly, I can tell you right now, you want to stay away from CNN and Cable Pulse and all those BBC and stuff. I spend 7 to 10 minutes a day listening to the news. I catch 3 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes in the afternoon, 3 minutes in the evening. That's it, maximum. I'm serious. My wife knows that. I don't have the time to be listening to how many people died. It's unfortunate they are dying. I just do that just to catch up. If you are one of those always reading those bad news, somebody once said a research indicates that 90% of information we take in are toxic. So you better be very careful. Another one I'll leave you. I'll tell you maybe this at the end, but there are some other key points I'll give you. Revive your relationships. Revive your relationships. Re-engineer your strategy. So, I can do a workshop on that. But today, what we have learned, we review all this question and answer, and we find out that, okay, what do these people really need to hear at this time? And what we found out that they need to hear at this time, then we now say, okay, how can we bring, who is the speaker we can bring in? Who is the speaker we can bring in to help to alleviate a lot of those questions? And we found out that two of the keywords that can literally answer up to 200 of the 1,000 questions we have reviewed is resilience and resourcefulness. Right, so I'm a man of the spirit. For those who don't know what that means, I think beyond I see. What I see is only temporal. What I think about is permanent. So I look into my network, close my eyes, and think and pray, and a name comes up, and so I don't put the name in the hat. I literally, and the person that came up was Zoe. Listen, if you received the emails and you have not checked out who Zoe is, that is not good for business. You must always do your research. But let me help you out here. I'm just going to summarize her bio before I pass the floor on to her to do what she does best. Zoe Good Petrak is her full name. You want to write that down. And if any of my students are online or any of my staff, I urge you, when I say some keywords, just type it out on that chat. So please put her full name on that chat for me. I think Miriam, you're on the line. Zoe Good Petrak. Put her full name there. People can Google her later on. She's an entrepreneur, international best-selling author, inspirational speaker, seminar leader, strategic goals and achievement mentor, peak performance business mentor, award-winning transformational leader. We can go on and on, but let it be suffice to say that for decades, she has been in the business of empowering people to exceed their own expectation. That is, she doesn't empower. If you want to meet your expectation, perhaps you can look for some other coaches out there. But if you want to exceed your expectation, you want to look up to somebody like Zoe. She's trained by Tony Robbins, under Tony Robinson's program, Joey Vitale, if you know it, Dr. Hugh Lane, and a couple of other experts. Basically, what I'm saying is she wasn't just born for this. This is her. This is her. She has no other mission in life other than to do this. I'm going to unmute everybody in 3 seconds, and I want you to give her like the loudest round of applause you've ever done during this coronavirus. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Zoe Good Petrak, somebody. Come on. All right. All right. Okay. So Zoe, just 1 minute. Let me mute everybody, and then you can. I'll mute you to go ahead. Everybody. Good. Zoe. So Zoe, I'm just going to unmute you, and you can take it out from there. And guys, just so you know, Zoe will only speak for a few minutes, and then we'll start to really ask her questions, and then and then we'll just have a general conversation. And when this is done at 2 o'clock, we often leave it open for half an hour for networking. So I give free coaching at that point. You want to ask me any question, whether it's regarding what Zoe said or regarding anything. If I can help you, I'll help you. If Zoe can stay, she's welcome to if she can, but that's fine. But there's a networking for half an hour. If you have product you want to offer to present, I don't mind it at all. I will unmute you for a minute or so, and you can offer yourself. So this is my hope is not just to empower you is to hope that you get 1 or 2 businesses going, and that is really for everybody. I can tell you right now that even if they locked all of us here in a room, we can circulate our goods and services and never stop. With that said, Zoe, over to you.
Thank you, Alex. So what I want to spend the next 20 minutes is to really dive into what you actually want for yourself, for your life, for your business, for your career, whatever that is, and give you actionable strategies that you can really apply like now. right? So it's not just a talk, not just some information that can just, leave in a couple of minutes, but something that tangible that you can take with you and you can really benefit from it. So, well, first of all, what I want to start with is one of my favorite quotes of Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, "What lies before us and what lies behind us is nothing compared to what lies within us, what lies within you." So, really, it's not about the lack of resources. It is really about the lack of resourcefulness. Because if you're really truly resourceful, you will find a way, no matter what the situation is. And you can see these examples from different parts of your life when you were able to really tap into the power, the strength, the knowledge, the intuition within you to really overcome anything, right? So in some areas, some people are able to do that. In some, they're not awakening those resources. So all the resources you need, all the power, all the intelligence, all the intuition, all the wisdom is already within you. So it is about really tapping into that. And now this could be truly the moment. I know that these are challenging times, but this can be truly a moment of power that you can, when you can really turn problems into opportunities. Because under such times, it is more crucial and more essential to create this laser focus and to really awaken what's real in you. So when you come out of this, you are more authentic than you've ever been before. You're more genuine, you're more connected to the core within you, and you really become your best self, really in every aspect of your life, which then is reflected in your business, in your results, in your career, in your life, in your family, in your finances, in anything there is, right? So let me get to the core of this. The 80% that is responsible for any success in life of any person, the 80% is your inner atmosphere. Many mentors can call it mindset, beliefs, paradigm, whatever you want to call it, but it is this inner atmosphere, because we live in the outer world and you also live in the inner world. And you spend most of your time actually with you, with your own thoughts, with your own feelings, with whatever is going on in you. And if we talk about, as Alex started, about leadership and business, if you really want to be a powerful leader that really influences, people look up to leaders who are confident that they're guiding people to a victory. So it is really about that strength and that knowing within you, for you. And of course, if you're in a business or if you want to be a leader for others. So 20% is your actions, is your strategies, is your tactics, is the things that you learn, things that you do. And when you put this 80% and 20% together, then that's when miracles start happening. Or basically, I wouldn't even call it a miracle. I would say that people who don't understand what stands behind success, they call it a miracle. Like, oh my God, these transformations happened in the life of this person. But if you really understand what stands behind it, it's very scientific. And anyone can apply it and see the tangible results. So let's talk about 3 decisions that every person makes every second, every moment of their life, and you're making right now, and every person on the planet does. The first decision is what you're going to focus on, and you always have a choice what it is. So you can focus on what you have or focus on what you don't have. And now ask yourself this question: do you usually focus on what you have or what you don't have? On lack of what you want, on what you actually want? Because every subject has 2 aspects of it: positive, wanted, negative, unwanted. So when you think about financial situation or money, you can always focus, even no matter what your circumstances are, you can focus on how good it is to have it, what you can do with it, how you can solve the problems, or you can focus on lack of it. And the feelings, your thoughts will influence your feelings and your inner state. Now, the second thing that you can focus on is what you have control of or what you cannot control. Now, the only thing that you can truly control is your inner world, is you. Because if you think you can control other people or outside circumstances, and if your happiness and if your success depends on that, then you're doomed, because nobody can really be truly fulfilled and truly free and really sustain it when you try to control somebody or something outside of you. The only thing that you have control of over it's you. And also the third thing that you can focus on is either it's on the past, and if the past was good, maybe it's not that bad, but if there are different failures, different painful memories and other things, then it's very, very disempowering, to say the least, about this, right? Or you can focus on the present, and you can focus on the good anticipation of the future. Now, many people focus, when they think about the future, they focus on the bad outcomes, on the horrible things that can happen, or unwanted outcomes again, that will not serve you. So now ask yourself this question: do you focus on what you can control or what you can't control? Do you focus on the past? Do you focus on the present? Do you focus on the beautiful anticipation of the beautiful future? Right? So just answer that question. And now think about this, like, what if the person always focuses on what they lack, what they don't have? What if the person focuses on what they cannot control, and they always are stuck in the past, on past failures and on past pain and hurts? What the quality of life of that person can be. And then the person wonders why he or she is always frustrated and worried and even depressed, right? The moment of power is always in the now. That's when actually, no matter what the circumstances are, if you are in the moment of now, everything is okay. And you can feel that. Like worries come if you think about at least 1 second into the future, especially if it's an unwanted outcome. So basically that's about focus. Now, the second decision that the person always makes, it's the meaning that you're going to give to things, because two people can be in exactly the same situation and they can have completely different meaning about the situation. For one, this can be an empowering opportunity. For another, it can be devastating situation, right? And the third thing that person focuses on is, the third thing that we decide, first one is what to focus on, the second one is the meaning you give to things, and the third one is what you actually gonna do. And that leads to the results that you actually have. Now, if we take a look at the force that actually influences your decision, it's your inner state. It's that inner atmosphere that influences your decision making, your behavior, your actions, and your results. And that's very, very logical, because if you are really in an empowered state, if you know, if you're certain, if you're confident, your decision, behavior, actions, and results are going to be completely different than if you are in doubt, if you are fearful, if you are not sure, if you don't feel worthy, if you feel like a failure, or if you are uncertain about anything. Your decision is going to be completely different than if you just know that it's done. So the state, and it is important to put yourself in this peak performance state in order to be at your best and in order to be very effective at what you do. What influences your state as well as your decisions, your behavior, your actions, and your results? It's something that is even deeper. It's your blueprint or inner programming. And we're not going to have time in the next whatever minutes we have to really dig into that. But if you want to understand really how your mind works and how what truly stands behind transformation of personal and business results, then what I prepared with Alex for you is I will give you a free access to a free 48 access to my training and case study, where you can, it's like an hour and a half long, where you can really dive deep into that and understand what stands behind it. And I'm going to give you the link later on. So that's that. Now let's go back to the state, to how you can really start influencing your state and how you feel right now. So there are three ingredients that can put you in a really peak empowered state. The first one is physiology, is how you use your body. That's why going for a walk, physical exercises are useful. And it's even about the way you hold your shoulders, the way you look at things, the way you move, even like, putting yourself in this power positions, right? Like that, or like a Superman or like a Superwoman. It will change your state. So changing your body, changing your physiology will change your state. Focus also, when you change your focus, where your focus goes, energy flows. When you change your focus, and we talked about it a little bit right now, then your state will change. So always focus on what you have, what you can control, and on the present and beautiful anticipation of the future. And also the language, what you say to yourself internally and what you say when you speak to other people externally. Because the words that you say, they influence the meaning you give to things, and your focus, and whatever you focus on, you feel that. So that basically influences your state. Now, if you change one of these ingredients, physiology, focus, and language, you will change your state. But if you change all three of these ingredients, you will change your state dramatically. So that's how you can actually put yourself in a peak performance state. And also, questions guide your focus. A good quality question will always lead you to a quality answer. So in moments like that, the good questions would be what is this thing that I'm not getting right now that I need to get? Or what is the thing that I was supposed to get for a while and understand, but I didn't get? What is it? What is the higher meaning of this situation, no matter how it looks? What is the higher purpose of this situation? Because life always happens for you, no matter how it looks in the second, in the moment, and how painful it is. Life always happens for you, and everything happens for the best of your soul. Everything that has happened to you up until now prepared you and helped you become the person you are right now. And it's also preparing you for where you're going next. And also, really, it is about taking this time and turning the problem into the opportunity. And as Orison Swett Marden said, the golden opportunity you're seeking is not in your the golden opportunity you're seeking is in yourself. It's not in your environment, is not in lack or chance or help of others. It is in yourself alone. And it is true right now in this particular situation that is happening in the world. It was true even before. What happens now is just the old patterns, the old habitual beliefs and behavior is getting intensified because people are under stress, under more stress. And when you really understand that it is about these resources and being resourceful enough and awakening the resources within you, this is the beautiful time of opportunity to do so. So about things, again, strategies that you can apply right now in order to see the tangible results, internal and external, because internal shift always leads to external changes in your results as well. It's having these power rituals. Like, for example, a good idea could be starting your day with something very useful. Like, for example, the first hour of your day, you can read a book or watch a documentary or do something that will be very beneficial and useful for you, and that will nurture your soul, that will nurture your mind. This could be something about self-mastery and personal development, or even your business. Anything that will benefit you and nurture your soul. So this will put a really good start to the day. Now, this is also a beautiful time when, in order to truly tap into and awaken the truth within you, you have to give yourself some space and some time to be in a solitude, to give yourself time and chance to reflect, to think, not to just shut down all the noise, but to really feel what's truth deep in your core. So that's what you can also do. And then when you tap into the truth, really understand what is it that you actually want. Not your goals, and not even what society thinks that success means, or what you need to achieve, or what you believe you should achieve, but what is it that you actually want deep in your core? What do you want for your business? What do you want for your life? What is that ultimate vision that really resonates with who you really are, and become very, very crystal clear about that. So it is really about what, why do you want it? Because why is that fuel that will drive you, that will propel you, that will move you forward. And also asking you the question of who you need to become in order to get where you want to go in this particular goal. And when you're very crystal clear about what you want in your ultimate vision for your life, and you can even make a smaller, like, ultimate vision, let's say for your business or your financial results, it will be easier to prioritize your day in order not to just do different activities that lead nowhere, but that will guide you straight where you want to go. So you can, after nurturing your soul and giving that 1 hour to you, like an hour of power, then you can, the next hour or two, you can spend on the activity that you believe is the most important to do right now in order for you to get closer to this result that you're crystal clear about. And then you can also prioritize those activities that you do throughout the day, and see which activities you need to do right now in order to get you closer to where you want to go. Because many people, they just have a huge to-do list and they do many things that truly they don't matter if you look into at that result that you actually want to get to or you want to end up. So prioritizing and using your time very wisely right now, and use it for your growth, and you're investing time and money and time and willingness to do so in yourself. Because again, as Wallace D. Waddell said, the very best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. So if any of you want to really help others, if you want to lead, if you want to, it's you do it through the clarity of your own example. You do it first by helping yourself, and that way you can give. Because if you don't have it, especially internally, then it is almost impossible to give, to really give. Okay, and what else can I tell you? Let's see. So it is right now, you can ask yourself, what is it that you maybe always wanted to do? What is it, this thing that you always wanted to learn? What is this thing that maybe you wanted to learn more about marketing, or maybe you want to learn more about social media, or maybe you also wanted to improve yourself or understand more about how your mind works, or release old past traumas or beliefs. So get to that point and ask yourself, what is it that I can do right now that can really benefit me, that can really help me, and start doing it, because this is the perfect time to really feed your mind and work on that 80%, which is your inner atmosphere and yourself first, and also that 20%, which are these actionable strategies that will be moving you forward towards the goal that you want. So many people, they actually they know what they want. They have focus, they have strategies, but it still doesn't work for them. They still get mediocre results, or they don't get results that they want. So it is also about integration and application of this knowledge and integration. You have to be first, that leads to doing, and that leads to having. So the three pillars of tangible transformation in your results. The first one is really resolving the cause and dealing with the root cause of the problem. Because if you knew the cause, you would be able to solve the result very quickly and very, very easily. And that cause for many is really an internal cause. It's really that transformation in inner programming and resolving inner conflicts within. And again, that, if you're really interested in that, I will give you the free training that I talked about. The second thing, and that transformation and that resolving of inner conflicts will lead to your true state, your true empowered resources, unleashing the true resources that are within you. And you would not need to, you know, try to force it. And I don't know, many people try to visualize, affirm, and they try to put all these techniques on top of the wound that needs to be healed. That's why nothing really happens, because they didn't resolve those inner conflicts. They still feel them. They, like the painful memories. I work with clients who have painful memories from years ago that they still entertain for 2-3 hours daily. Do you imagine if the person was free from it, how much more time they would have for themselves, for their kids, for things that they love, for their goals, right? So it is about really resolving those inner conflicts. Then it will help you to truly be in your true state and unleash your inner resources. And that will also help you not just shift identity, because, you know, identity shifting, some people talk about it, it's powerful, but it is about awakening your true identity. So it's not just, again, some technique that you put on top of another problem that never lasts, doesn't create lasting results, but it's truly awakening your true identity, your true authenticity. And then you become invincible. Your actions are effective and your results are magnificent. And you live the fullest representation and expression of who you truly are. So if you're really, really interested in working on yourself, in not just looking for some, you know, some new info or some manifesting overnight or quick technique to get something or win a lottery, but if you're really serious about your results, if you're really serious about the quality of your internal and external life, then this training, I believe, will be an answer for many people. And it will, again, as Ralph Waldo Emerson said, there is no planet, sun or star that could hold you if you but knew what you are. And when you truly unleash that, it's beautiful, and results are just a representation of who you truly are. And that is my guarantee when I work with a person. So basically, this was it. And let me give you the link for where you can actually get the hold of this training. It's www.results, RESULTS, mentor. See, you can see it.
Don't worry, I'm going to put it right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just copied that email. I'm dumping it there right now. Everyone in meeting. So, and also you guys, you saw it, Zoe? Is that not the link?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's exactly. So it's basically resultsmentorcs.com and then case study.
Yeah, so also I'll be sending it out in the email. When we send out the feedback, you guys are going to get it. I am going to unmute for another few seconds. Please, I want all the love in your heart. You're going to pour it on Zoe, that she's just going to shine like a sun. Come on, everybody. Put those hands together, somebody. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Lots of information.
Okay. So I'm going to meet everybody back, and I'm going to ask Zoe some questions for a few minutes, and then I'll open it up. If you want to ask a question, then I'll let you know that you can unmute. If you try to unmute now, you can't, but I'll let you know when you have that power. So quickly, my beloved, thank you. I took 3 notes. I took 3 pages of notes, right? I took notes, and I hope you guys took notes. Believe me, we are not too smart as much as we think we are. If you don't note it down, you know, you'll miss it. So I want to highlight some of the stuff you said here, Zoe, and just to reinforce it. You said literally 80% is based on the mindset. I'm just recapping out 20% on the action. So what you're saying is, you know, to quote you, nurture your soul. Nurture your soul. Like that's what you said. You're nurturing your soul when you wake up in the morning. Nurture your soul. Get yourself empowered to be in a peak performance state. Are you there? Are you listening, Zoe? Like, is that correct? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I have to. 1 second. Let me unmute you. I just want you to, if I'm saying that incorrectly, for sure, feel free to correct me. I want them to get the right information here. So you heard what I said just now. Yeah. You're unmuted.
Yeah. Everything is good.
Okay. So you're saying that we put ourselves in a peak performance state.
Yes.
by nurturing our soul.
Yes, and there is much more to that. This is the basis of it.
This is
But
the
there is
basic, yes.
this is the basis, but there
Yes,
is much more to that. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And they'll get all that in that training. Please make sure you guys copy that link. I'll send it out as well. But I really want to emphasize some of the things you said. One of the stuff I took down here, and I took it for me. I'm just sharing you guys. I hope you guys took your note. This one meant a lot to me. Life always happens for you. Everything happens for the best of your soul, to prepare you for where you are going next. Is that what he says?
Yeah, exactly.
That is like
really
God, but that's like God speaking though. That's the kind of thing God will say. Like, I think there's a verse in the Bible. It says, Romans 8:28, everything happens for good for you. So everything, that means, yeah, it's unfortunate Corona is taking people's life, but if you are alive today, if you are listening today, there is still value in what is going on for you. The focus, another quick thing you said, what is my focus? Is it a have and a have not, right? Am I focusing on what I have or what I don't have? Am I focusing on what I can control, the past, or I'm focusing on trying to control the future?
Yeah, almost. So yeah, when the focus is whether on the thing that you can control or can't control. Mm-hmm. And the next point is whether you focus on past, present, or future.
Okay. Yeah. So where would you advise the crew to focus on?
Well, I think this is pretty obvious.
On yes, I know, but I want you to emphasize it. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. On things that you have, and that will lead you to the gratitude, and also, again, as where focus goes, energy flows. On things that you can control, and the only thing that you basically can control is your internal world. And on present, as present is the moment of power. And also, if you want to focus on future, make sure you focus on anticipation of beautiful future.
Oh, okay. So where focus goes, energy goes.
Energy flows, yeah.
Energy flows. So if we're focused on CNN, for instance, like, with all this breaking news going on, what is happening to the mindset of the regular person right now who spend 80-90% going from CNN to BBC to social media, listening to all the people dying and stuff? What would you say?
So it's a very, very intelligent question. Now, that brings me to a clarifying point here. It's not also what you focus on, it's also the meaning that you give to things. So if you look at something and you focus, for example, let me give you an easier example. If you focus on, let's say, your financial situation, or you focus on money, that's the question that I get a lot from entrepreneurs. Yeah. You can focus on it, basically every subject has two aspects of it, about it, positive and negative, wanted and unwanted. So if you really focus on the positive aspect, on the thing that you want, on the thing, on the feelings of the state of dream fulfilled, on the feelings of that put you in the state of the answered prayer, mm-hmm. Then it doesn't matter what situation or what thing you're looking at, your focus is in a particular way, you're guiding it, and that's where the energy flows. For many people, they look at different things and it's the meaning that they give. And for many, unfortunately, it's just again, it's their perception of the situation. And if the perception of the situation is negative, and the focus goes on things of lack, of things of pain, on things of hurt, first of all, right in this second, while you're sitting at home and you're okay, but you're focusing on or thinking about something that may go wrong, that's something that is hurting, you're hurting yourself right now because you can feel it. Whatever you think about, whatever you focus on, whatever you entertain in your mind, and whatever the meaning that you give to thing, you can feel right now. And that influences the quality of your life right now, because the quality of your life is basically how you feel and how you live right now, right in this moment, because life is just the never ending moment of now. The future is in our head, the past is in our memory, we are living right now. So it's really about what you're doing with your focus and meaning that you give to things right now. And your feelings are like your guidance system that shows you whether it's like, you know, like your GPS that shows you whether you're going towards what you actually want or you're going away from it. And the better you feel, the more you are aligned with your vision, and the worse you feel. There is nothing wrong with negative thoughts or negative feelings. It's just your GPS is telling you beep, 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 you're going in the wrong direction. You can still go there, but ask yourself where this can lead you, right?
Wow, 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 wow. Listen, if you have questions, put it on the chat. I'm going to give you that access to ask it yourself directly, but I know some people rather, if you want me to ask it, I can. But you have heard from Zoe, this has been empowering. Like I'm in the same space as she is and doing this thing, but I'm telling you, I was inspired, and I know you have been. In essence, before I open it up for one or two questions from you guys, in essence, guys, no matter what is going on, everything can still work for good. Everything is meant to work for good, but it's only based on how much power you claim, how much of your power you claim, your thinking power, your mental power, ensuring that you are not scared. As she said, the GPS, there's nothing wrong per se, like, oh my God, people are dying. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I have people that have lost people to the coronavirus. They are dead. So that is hard. I have people who've passed away and they can't even go for those funerals. And that is hard. But you don't want to wake up in that state, go to bed in that state, because there are things we can control. There are things we cannot control. You can still build your future. I believe, and I've said this all the time, that there's going to be a bountiful harvest. A bountiful means there's just going to be plenty harvest that is going to happen right when this pandemic is gone. And if you have not developed yourself using some of these strategies that Zoe graciously offered, Zoe, people pay thousands of dollars for this. I know that because I charge as well for what we are offering here to you. You can use some of this. She's also offering, come on guys, she's also offering a free course. The link is there. I'm going to put a link on the email, and I'm also going to add a free course. There's a course on greatness. Miriam, Biodun, if any of my people online, you want to put that comment there, schoolofgreatness.ca. If you go to schoolofgreatness.ca, if you scroll down, there's a course on greatness. What it means. A lot of people confuse to be great. They confuse it to be the greatest and with greatness. They go, I can never be the greatest. That doesn't take away from your greatness. Great is an opinion. My mother always thought I was great. Until now, my mother thinks I'm great. But that's her opinion, because my teachers in school, they thought I was horrible, right? So here's my mother saying, I'm great. She calls me great. Alexander the Great, Alex the Great, Musa the Great. But in school, they call me non-entity, nincompoop, and stuff like that, right? So that's an opinion. But greatest, listen to this, greatest is a fact. That means I'm the fastest runner. Usain Bolt, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, these people are the greatest, T-E-S-T, in what they do. But greatness, my friend, I want this to sink in. Greatness is a gift from God. Everybody's got greatness. Black, white, green, yellow, Indian, Chinese, it does not matter. The fact you were created, there's a seed of greatness in you. But that seed is in your hand. You got to water it with knowledge. You nurture your soul. Zoe even talked about physiology. You have to spend time to take a walk, to develop yourself, even your posture. Come on, somebody. Your posture can either be a posture for success or a posture for failure. Just the way you sit, just the way you talk, just the way you carry yourself. So with that said, again, please, everybody, put your hands together for Zoe. Somebody, come on, put those hands together. Let some energy flow. Let some energy flow. Let some energy flow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have mute everybody, and you have the right to mute yourself now and ask a question. So everybody's muted, but you can unmute and ask a question. First person, go ahead.
All right. So, Joy, John Meeks here. Very, very, very enlightening and very good presentation. I'm loving it. Super. a question I have here, especially from a Christian / spiritual point of view. This notion of the answer resides inside you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it is true that via socialization or whatever bad past that we are wired in a way that makes us dysfunctional and robs us of the potential or the opportunity to become our best selves, the notion that the answer lies in yourself without that input from the outside, to me seems a bit conflicting, because if knowledge is going to help you or move your decision in the right direction because you're wired wrongly because of socialization, then isn't that question a bit, that statement a bit misleading?
Okay, thank you for the question. Let me clarify a little bit. First of all, you're right about knowledge, and especially the knowledge that can really benefit you and help you, because there is a lot of different kind of knowledge that you can find on Google and from different sources.
Right.
Whenever you hear the truth, you know it because it resonates with something deep within you. Okay. And when I say that the answer within yourself, it is much deeper than that, because there is an infinite flow of inspiration and well-being that comes to us and through us in any given moment of time. So it is the power that is greater than us. You can call it whatever you want, God, infinite intelligence, the universe. Different people have different names for it. But it is when you truly allow yourself, by deleting the mental garbage and conditioning that does not serve you, to really align and open yourself up to that flow of inspiration, wisdom, intelligence, authenticity of your true core within you. That's when you're able to unfold what's real in you.
Okay.
Your feelings, your knowing, your true talents, your genius. Because what is genius is just a person who was able to tap into something that is greater. That greatness that is within you, that comes from something that is greater, that is also connected to you, and you are part of it. Okay. And you know this when you hear the music that came from inspiration, or a song that came from inspiration. You love it at first sight, and you all know those pieces of music written with technicality that is just okay, right? You can hear the poem that is written with inspiration. The great achievements and things that happened, like, for example, between the first human flight on the airplane and the first step on the moon, the difference between those two events was only 66 years, while for hundreds and thousands of years, people didn't even believe they can fly. These achievements, these kinds of achievements, are beyond just human comprehension and actions alone. It is something greater. And it's when you can really tap into those depths in you, that's when you can truly find that true fulfillment, the true joy, and live the true and fullest expression of who you truly are. Okay. I hope this helps. If you have more questions, let me know.
Good.
Yes, and let me quickly let me add to that. How that thought is, I believe, and I'm just extending on Zoe's response here. I believe that no matter how smart, listen to this, guys, no matter how smart, no matter how talented, no matter how connected, even no matter how rich, no matter the bank account, the businesses you have, there is always, always, always more in you that can come out. And that more can be pulled out by God Himself through somebody. Let me be very clear. Through somebody. You are going to hear music, you're going to hire a coach, you're going to speak to somebody, and then something will ignite in your belly. And then you just, if you run with it and you believe it, you will eventually achieve it. So everybody on the call right now, let's presume you are operating at even 100% of productivity. You can triple that. I've told people this. We have a program called iThrive where we teach people this. You can triple it. One seed of the orange, you plant it, it gives you one tree. All things being equal, it grows up, become one tree. A tree can give you 300 oranges per season. And a tree can last for 100 seasons, which means one seed can become a tree, 300 oranges for 100 years becomes 30,000 oranges. Now, if the 10 seeds in that tree, in that orange, grows up and does the same, you are going to have 30 million oranges from one seed, somebody. You're sitting down here, there are books you must write, business plan you must execute, dreams you must achieve, people you must impact. God did not call us to impact nations. Right now on this call, we have people from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nations. You guys can go back and be the light. Take even the nuggets of information you have today and be the light where you're going. And we're offering all these free courses and all these other things that you will get. Listen, my friend, people out there may have an excuse, but we in here, based on what we've just learned from this lovely soul, Zoe Gold Petrak, we have zero excuse. Next person, unmute yourself, ask the question.
Okay, Alex, Garth here.
Go ahead.
I've just observed something that Zoe said, that John Meeks raised a question about spirituality and being a Christian person. I have learned something, even from my own intuition. The first connection with you is that we're wired spiritually, not from the platform of religion, because religion is a separate part of our separate entity from our spiritual being. You could identify with me and I could have identified with you immediately, that there was something that needs to be ignited. Yeah, you saw where I need to be ignited, and I saw where I had that burning desire to be ignited. However, there's one thing that I should say, and I want to say this to Zoe, and probably she could shed some light on it for me, is that if you do not take the time out, and this is like a question and an answer, but if you do not take the time out to really get yourself spiritually in line, in balance, then the answers that you look for the questions you ask, you will never find them. They will never come, because they always seem to elude you because you're not totally wired, yeah, or properly wired to receive these quick connections, these answers to the questions, the burning questions. So I think one of the things that we ought to do is to take time out, yeah, as she said, and until we can find our true purpose. And you mentioned this earlier on in the earlier stages when you said that you have to have a passion, yeah, and let that passion be the driving force for what you do or what you want to achieve in life. Well, so I see where this program, yeah, as I said, I'm opening up my mind to receive the skill sets, yeah, mentally, spiritually, and so physically I can prepare myself to ignite and to burst, yes, and blossom and bring fruit to the world from where I stand.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, God, for that. Zoe, you have a word to say for that? Zoe, you have something to say to that?
First of all, thank you for sharing. I think it's beautiful. And just what I mentioned earlier about life always happens for you. Everything that happens in life, no matter how it is, it's like another chance for you to really let go and let God. and be free, because
Yes.
that's basically what we all want. The more of this inner conflicts or mental garbage we have, the more limiting it is. That's why I believe the person who asked the question earlier, he mentioned there was a part in the question about the past and conditioning. As I said, the past is the past. First of all, it's long time gone, so release it. It served its purpose. Every time when you live through unwanted contrast, unwanted things, when you see something that you don't like, the desire for an improved experience is born within you. And that's how the evolution happens. The thing that you need to do is to appreciate contrast for what it actually is, and really turn towards that desire that was born from it, instead of like looking at that contrasting moment and beating the drum of it, because many people get stuck on something that happened 20 years ago and they still are reliving it every day, which brings them a lot of pain and limits them. And so everything that happened for you, and a lot of good was born from it within you. It clarified, it gave you a lot of clarification about what you actually want, how you actually want it. Every relationship that didn't work gave you clarity about what kind of relationships you want to have. And also, for many, different past experiences and even some knowledge that was gathered in the past, which basically is just data, often is very, very limiting, because if the person wasn't able to achieve this, and that, they tend to create this limiting identity about themselves and about their abilities. And every time when they have a plan or they want to do something, they look and check whether did it work in the past? Is it even possible? Is it? But if people like Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Elon Musk were constantly stuck in that pattern, probably they would not be able to create something that has never been done before. Because if it hasn't been done before, there is no precedent for it in the past yet. Mm-hmm. It is still in the future. So that's the balance of really appreciating life, appreciating every experience that you've had, knowing that the moment of power is now, and creating from your true resources from this moment onwards.
Wow. Thanks a lot.
Alex, please, I'd like to make a comment, please. It's Olainka.
Okay, please go ahead.
So I just I was thinking when Zoe talked about resolve your inner conflicts, which is what she just was elaborating on, and be healed first. So and what comes to my mind first and foremost is the story of Easter that we just celebrated. So and there was a point where, it was so hard for Jesus. He was on the cross and he said, my God, why have you forsaken me? He quickly, he had to change his mindset. He said, Lord, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. So, and every one of us along our life's journey, we've been hurt, we've been treated badly, but that doesn't change our value. Wow. And I've been, someone once showed me a very mutilated, very dirty note and said, how much is this? And I said the same. And then brought a mint note, same value. Well, if I take both to the market, I will still buy the same thing for the same value. But the truth is that when we don't have something to share, if we don't have experiences, pain, we're not able to be compassionate. It was because Jesus went through all of that suffering, he's able to be compassionate for us so we can receive the salvation from God. And I then remember the story of Joseph. I bring us always back to the Bible. His brothers, he had this huge dream, and then his brothers threw him into the pit and eventually was sold as a slave, and he landed in the jail. But by the time he met his brothers again, he had been able to go through that inner healing, which Zoe was talking about, to the point that he totally forgave his brothers. and said, you know what? If that didn't happen, I wouldn't be here today to save a whole nation. So what are we saying? We're saying that we must really, really look inward and be healed before we can be of any value to ourselves or to the world. And I believe that everyone on this platform, we know that we have something in us that we want to share with the world. But we have to be really, really true to ourselves and really, really go back to that point of pain and really, really, really get healed and, you know, sort it out once and for all. And like Zoe said, let's go and let God. And there's the story of Penina and Anna in the Bible, and I love that story because it was Penina's constant nagging, constant, you know, shaming, constant, you know, persecution that drove Anna to a point where she said, Lord, I let go, have mercy on me. And she was able to birth a prophet.
Wow. Thank you for that thought process. Let me quickly.
I have a question.
Sorry, who's that?
That's Andrew.
Okay, Andrea, hold on that there are two thoughts here. One from Zoe, I shouldn't let go, and one I want to add to it. Zoe gave us a quotation earlier on. I think he said it's from maybe Waf Merchant. I don't recall, but here's the quotation: "The best thing you can do for the world is to make use of your time." Was that what you said, Zoe? Right?
Yeah, a little bit correction here. The very best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself.
Wow, even deeper, even deeper. Thank you for that. And then she, Olayinka did emphasize something she said, which is let go and let God and be free. That was what she said. I wrote it down, let go, let God be free. I want to add a quotation I heard from this French philosopher. Listen to this. He said, man was created free, but everywhere they are in chains. Now, that's the quotation. I'm adding to this and say, guys, coronavirus did not put a chain on anybody's hands. I'm telling you the honest truth. Let's be straightforward. Let's shoot straight. Coronavirus did not put a chain on anybody's hand. It certainly did not put a chain on your mind. They asked Nelson Mandela, how could you stay for 27 years in prison like this? Were you not going crazy? And they wanted him to respond negatively. The man said, they could only lock my body, but there was nothing they could do to lock my mind. So you have your mind is with you today, and we're energizing your mind, renewing your mind. And I really hope this is helping. Now, listen, go ahead, Andrea. You have a question.
Okay. Hi again. Hi, Zoe.
Hi.
So I do understand how life and crisis in life helps to push us to the point of truth because of what it exposes. But my question now is if we all get healed and position ourselves in the right place, how do we help others to become more aware of their state? And coming from John's question, I think he was saying, if you're not aware, then you can't really access all of that goodness that God has for us. So how do we help people to become more aware?
Thank you for the question. I believe, and this is my personal opinion, is each person will find their own way. If they feel inspired, if they feel compelled that this is their mission in life, they will find their own way. Plus, to go even deeper on that, each person, every person has their direct connection to source, to creator. So if you look at even at a deeper picture, at a perfection behind illusion, because this is just a beautiful game that we all came here to play. It's a gift, it's beautiful, the game of life, right? But if we look deeper, nobody really needs help. We are here to live through different experiences, to learn our lessons, to expand. And as I said, even in the contrasting experiences, there is value to it, because a lot of desire for an improved experiences are born within people, and people are guided directly by the creator, by the source. And there are different levels of readiness within each person. Some people are not ready for particular levels of help, and you can see that even with relatives when you try to give a suggestion or an advice and they're resisting and pushing and they don't want to hear it or anything like that. So each person has their own connection with source. They are guided directly. And what I see my mission in is I'm willing to work with a person who is ready for change, who is willing to change. And I am a facilitator. I do not change anything in you. I do not add anything in you. Everything you need is already there. What I did is I spent over 15 years, and I'm very thankful for that I had the opportunity to travel around the world and literally learn the best techniques, the best strategies from the best mentors that are out there. So I can really bring to people things that really work, that they can use, apply, that help them to resolve those problems, those conflicts easier, faster. And my mission is to do it in a way that is easier and faster than has ever been done before up until now. I'm pretty sure the future generation will figure out something even better than what we will. But just remember that no matter what, each person is guided, each person is that greatness that is in every person, and each person has the direct connection.
Wow.
And
wow.
so the first idea is to work on yourself, and then you will also be guided and inspired of how you can contribute.
Okay, thank you. I think the answer I got now is prayer, because I think because my heart bleeds when you see persons who are suffering and you see they're living out their consequences. And so sometimes I say, how do you help? But you're right. You can't force people to mature. You can't force them to be ready. So the answer really is to pray.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me reinforce that great question there, Andrea, and thanks for the response, Zoe. You all, if not you all, at least the ones I know here, especially Andrea, you said it. You are here. The reason you are here is because there's a hunger within you to be better. But I also believe that there's a deeper hunger in you on how can I make my family better? How can I make my nation better? How can I make my children better? How can I help my spouse, my mom, my dad? You see, there's a hunger in you to be better, and there's that hunger in you to help people better. I've been in this field for over 20 years myself, and I can tell you that the quest, until that hunger is in people, they can never be better. It is the hunger that drives you to your knees. It is the hunger that drives you to your people. I believe there's a Chinese saying, or somewhere, I'm not sure, Indian saying, Chinese saying, African saying, that says, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Some of you are here who are my students and have participated in one or two other programs, and you would often say, this came at the right moment. Why at the right moment? Because you've always longed for it.